wanted to go ahead and make a quick video on a interesting game that I've picked up recently called Dungeon Plunger. Plunder, not Plunger. Dungeon Plunger. That would be a great game. Now the banner here says new, but I actually just restored my phone. Let's go ahead and pull that up. Alright. Only played a little bit so far, and my favorite class was the mage. And you do get to choose between a warrior, mage, and a rogue. And I actually have these extra. Each one of these has 3 sprites, but they're all the same as far as stats. But you unlock them. I think it's like 99 cents to unlock all these different skins. Someone chooses this cool looking Grim Reaper mage guy. And we're gonna call him Shadex. Alright, let's go ahead and jump right in. Now this is a roguelike that uses a pretty interesting battle mechanic. The first immediate disappointment that I kind of have this game is that even though it's randomly generated, it's not that randomly generated. You still have the same paths, and like this brick wall here will never change. This will always be a little town surrounded with bricks. But the layout of the enemies and treasures and like trees, those kind of obstacles are randomly generated. But if you started a couple new games and just played for 10 seconds, you wouldn't even realize that it was randomly generated. So I was kind of hoping for a more randomly generated world in that aspect. Now, the way I'm controlling is just touching the corners of the screen. So if I want to move down left, I hit the lower left corner and he moves that direction. Not really sure where the center is, but you just pretty much imagine the screen in 4 quadrants, isometrically, of course. Alright, so this here's it's a shop. I have 287 gold, and this is from my previous plays. Your gold carries over to some extent each time you start a new game. I guess I can go ahead. I'm not going to upgrade anything quite yet. Go ahead and show the battle system. Now here we have some, there's our piles of coins, and that's a box that we can loot, but they're guarded. So if I try to walk over this, I'll get this message here: Black Rat is guarding this treasure. And actually anything that's adjacent to the treasure will be guarded. So like this here, so I can't even move forward on this path because of this black rat. So I'd have to, if I went around it, I could. But we'll go ahead and fight the rat. Alright, so here's the battle screen. In the upper left, we have the enemy's health, in this case the black rat, level 1. On the lower left, we have the player's health. In the middle is our shield, it's our defense. And the mage gets the mana potion, which is the blue mana potion. That's at 30%. So what we'll do is go ahead and spin. This kind of has a video poker mechanic to where you choose what you want to keep before actually executing the move, the action. For a mage, we want to keep these wands and the potions if we want to increase our chances of getting a critical hit. Now this rat doesn't have very much health, so I'm just going to go for gold and the wand for attack. So we'll go ahead and spin. Alright, so now after the second spin, the actions are applied. And in this case we got 2 gold pieces, which you see at the bottom right, you win 2 gold. You can actually, as you level up, you can increase the amount of gold you get. So even if I had gotten these 2 gold pieces, I would have gotten more had I leveled up that stat. And then I did 6 damage, and you notice how it says Surge. Surge plus 6 damage. So, and you also notice the mana potion decreased by 15%. I'm pretty sure that percentage is the percentage of a critical, and I just happened to get a good dice roll on that 30%, and I killed the rat. So I'll go ahead and tap the you win. You know what, let's hit this question mark. Maybe this can explain a little bit better. So here we'll see that if we manage to keep 2 wands up to 5, we'll get all these extra bonuses. Same for the mana potions, and the gold. So if we were to get 5 pieces of gold, we would get 55 gold times the mob level. And then of course you can increase that amount of gold when you level up, if you wish. Okay, so we had 2 of these wands, and it says 2 times the spell damage. See, I'm still having a little bit of a difficulty understanding that. And here's the health and defense payouts, I guess is what these are. Let's just go ahead and keep on playing here. Oh, here we go. Mana Surge. Your mana percent increases your chance to do 2 times damage on wands. It will consume half of your mana. So your mana increases your chance. Okay, so that's what happened there. Now I had 2 wands, so I must be doing 1.5 damage, because that would equal 3, and then the surge multiplied that by 2, which would equal 6. Not 100% sure, and I'm still a little bit confused on that aspect, but we'll stick to the basics for now. Alright, so now that rat is gone. I still can't pick up either of these piles of gold because they are still guarded. So let's just go ahead and just start whipping through these. Now here we're going to see the axe and the sword, and those are basically null. I have no use for those. I will never select those. The axe is for the warrior, and the sword is for the rogue. I guess it's more of a knife. So we're going to go ahead and keep this potion and spin. There we go. 3 wands. We just did... Now we dealt 4 damage. Now why? My previous assumption is that I'm doing 1.5 per wand. That would be 1.5, 3, 4.5, and maybe it just rounds down, and that's why I dealt 4 damage. So I'm still trying to figure that one out. And on my 30% mana, I didn't... That 30% chance on the dice roll, you know, the 3 out of 10 possibility, I guess that would be a probability, I didn't get it, so I didn't get the surge. Had I gotten the surge, I would have dealt 8 damage. Let's spin again. Now you notice on your second turn, you have what's called a time warp. You can use the time warp once each battle, and again after, I think it's 20 rolls, and you can level up that cooldown so that it's less turns to get to use the time warp again. Technically I wouldn't use the time warp right now because I already have 3 wands. But I'll show you what would happen if I did use it. It pulls back your last roll, and you can hit those 3 wands and spin. So I guarantee those 3 wands. Again, I already had the 3 wands, so I wouldn't have used the time warp, but I wanted to show kind of what it does. Alright, so I dealt my 4 damage again, didn't get my surge, doesn't matter, killed the rat, I win. Now also, the rats are level 1. If I were to level up, which I'm going to do soon, you'll see the experience bar at the top, sort of to the left. If I were level 2 fighting level 1 rats, I would not be getting any experience at all. So there's no way to grind on mobs that are lower than your level, which is pretty typical in a lot of RPGs. Let's go and fight this brown rat. Okay, I'll go ahead and... I guess I can keep the potions. Alright, so my mana went up. 45% chance now to surge, and my defense went up. And the defense will absorb damage. So even though I would be at 4, because I picked up 2 shields, I took 1 damage that the shields absorbed. Let's go ahead and spin again. Alright, I want to go ahead and attack him now, because I don't want to spend too much time on this rat. There we go. I dealt 3 damage. Now I'm pretty convinced here that it is 1.5 for each one. There we go. Go ahead and deal my 3 damage, and... Wow, there we go. Dealt 6 damage, and then I won gold, because on the payouts, if you see there on the wand, the 5x, so that means if I get 5 wands, I'll do twice the damage and get gold. I'm not sure how they determine the gold payout, but I got 30 gold somehow, which is pretty generous. In fact, I wish I had another spin, though, because I would time warp right back to this and do it again. Okay, now I can collect some loot here. Found some gold. I can take this chest, and I got a masterwork tunic, and another 20 gold. So we check our equipment here. There's our tunic. It's already equipped. That's got an auto-equip system, so if I go into my inventory, the cloth shirt there has a sell price. I'm not wearing that anymore, so now I can sell it. Artifacts are something you find along the way as well. I haven't really gotten too much into that. And I've got 350 gold at the top, and this is everything that's actually equipped right now. Alright, let's go ahead and I'll show you a quest giver. Look at that, it's an exclamation point. I bet that little hut there gives a quest. All you do is step on it, and it's going to tell you at the bottom whatever the quest is. It's very, very basic. It's your run-of-the-mill WoW style quests, and they usually fetch or kill this many. Or actually, I haven't had any fetch ones yet. They're just to kill so many of a certain enemy. You'll also notice on the screen there's a red X on the snake and that guy on the other side of the road. That's the game's way of telling you that you're not at a high enough level to... You can fight them, but you're most likely going to lose. So we're not going to go for that yet, because this wants me to kill Mamba snakes. And I'm not high enough level for those yet, so we'll go ahead and grind these mobs over here. Considering these are pretty easy mobs, I'm just going to keep spinning until I kill them, and just collect whatever I can along the way. Okay, did 4 damage. What I'll do here is I'll spin. I'm going to try and get some gold. I use my time warp to pull that last spin that I got, and hopefully I'll get another wand. And I didn't, but I still win. Okay, and I leveled up. So now we can adjust our stats here. We have 5 points that I can put towards gold. This will increase the gold received in slot play and in coins looted, which I'm not really going to worry about right now. Here's where you can improve the time warp, which I'm not taking. That's not taking me that many rounds to even kill something, so there's not really any point to start dumping points into there yet. I'm just going to go ahead and get some extra health and put the rest in my attack damage. Okay. Now, as I said, you can see I have 7 XP, if you look in the upper left. That's not going to go up after I fight this rat. I'll show you the rat's level 1. There we go, got rid of the rat. Didn't get any more experience. But now I get to collect this gold. So I'm just going to clear these rats out real quick. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and grab some more gold. Getting a little bit of gold. I don't want all those. It's taking me a little bit longer to get through this fight, but get a little bit more rewards out of it. And let's go ahead and take these guys out. So if you can tell right there, but I used a time warp to grab those 3 wands again. That one. Okay, 1. I'm gonna spin. I'm gonna time warp, which actually I didn't really have to do because I got more wands there. And there we go. I get that money. Also, if you haven't noticed, the health of my mage here is restarting with each battle, which I think is a little bit weird. It's very untraditional, and in a way it makes the game a little bit more simple. In a sense, because as a roguelike, once my mage is defeated, that's it. I lose this character. This is all basically hardcore mode. So now we can accept this quest, which is to kill these snakes here. It wants me to kill 4 of them. Okay, so now we've got a little bit more health to worry about. It's got 18, so now I'm going to kind of start strategizing. I've got nothing here. Wow, that was bad. Spin. I took 3 damage, but I didn't really pay attention to my defense little shield down there, but it looks like it absorbed it because I haven't taken any damage yet. Now I took 2 damage, and it looks like my shield's absorbed it again. And I actually liked what I just got here, so I'm going to spin. I'm going to time warp. I'm going to pick all of it because I want money and to deal damage. Okay, now since I took 3 damage, my shield is now down to 0, and my health is at 25. So I've actually taken 2 damage points. Okay, kind of... I don't even know why I did that. Let's hope for... Alright, now that my mana has gone way up, my next attack is almost guaranteed to have a critical, once if I actually get the 75%. I'm gonna top that off at 100. Hopefully I can get attack here. There we go. Surge plus 7. So now my mana's cut in half, and I got that additional 7 damage. And then let's do it again. Didn't get that 50-50 chance of getting the surge, but I dealt a good deal of damage there. Looking at my health, I'm at 11 now. Let's see if I can... kind of taking a risk here now. A big risk. I'm gonna go for it. Took 4 damage, but I won 24 gold. I basically have to win now. There we go. That was a little risky. I almost threw away the entire game. But killed the snake, got some good loot, and I can open this box now. Amulet of Luck. Now if we go back to our quest giver here, we'll see at the bottom, or the end of that sentence, 1 out of 4. So I just gotta kill 3 more of those snakes now. There we go. Let's try and boost our chance for critical. Actually, I'm gonna time warp on that one. Oops. So I'm dealing some good damage. I'm not taking very much damage. Let's boost up the mana and my defense just in case. And deal some damage. And should be dead after this next spin. There we go. Okay. Grab that. Kind of strategize here what I'm going to want to kill so I can get all this loot, but I'll just go for all of it. So all I'm really doing is spinning, grabbing what I want, and if I get something good, I'll time warp back to it so I can get it again. So dealing some good damage. And if you look at my health, it's still doing pretty good. Let's go ahead and time warp and do that again. And win. Collect our loot. Now, even though it looks like I'm going through these battles pretty quickly, let's do that one again. If you don't pay attention to your health or to what's going on, you can lose like in an instant because you're just trying to rush through. So I try to avoid doing that because it's happened before. I'm gonna grab some health, in fact. Okay, there we go. Oops, there we go. I won, got some much gold. And after this snake here, I can go turn in the quest. Let's go ahead and do that again. Ooh, almost got that 5th one. Now if you've ever played video poker, when you're dealt a hand, you get to choose which cards you want to keep, and then you draw the rest, and you have to try to put together a good hand within 2 turns, and that's why this kind of follows that mechanic. That's what it reminded me of, anyway. There we go. Grab this. Before I fight that orc, I'm gonna go, go turn in that quest. Complete it. Gave me some experience and gold. And now we're gonna try and level up here. We'll take out these 3 guys. Doing okay on health, so I'm just gonna... What I'm gonna do right now is actually time warp onto this and hope I get that 5th one so I get a gold bonus. Nope, but I win. And I'm just kind of walking right into these enemies because they don't have the red X's on them, so I know that they're not guaranteed death. I think it's possible to defeat one of the enemies with an X on them. Anytime I've attempted it, I've lost, so I'm not going to risk that yet. There we go. And I leveled up. Alright. Oh, I just realized I threw one of my points into gold last time. Didn't mean to do that. That's right. Do it again. I've been doing okay on health, but I'm going to bump that up 1 point. I got 3 points left. Yeah, I'm not sure what Mana Vortex does. I'll have to research that. Put the rest of my points into defense. Alright, now here we've got another quest. And we have a shop. Now the shop, I'm gonna go ahead and first sell. Ooh, this is my amulet of luck that I picked up earlier. I'm guessing luck's going to improve what you find in the boxes. Must have picked up a wand along the way too, because my other one got unequipped. Whatever it is. Let's go back to the shop here. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade my boots. I can't buy this improved. Oh, improved magic missile. I must have that equipped already. It's not giving me an option to choose it, even though I can afford it. And I'll upgrade my bracers. I don't think that's all I'm going to do for now, since I'm doing okay. Alright, next quest is to kill these Orc Raiders. So, it's these guys over here. Ooh, a lot of health. This is usually where I fall off. Now the force field, what I've discovered that does is it'll turn any shields or any mana potions into both a shield and a mana potion, which you can also get without using the force field. I'm a little nervous on this guy, so I'm going to time warp and execute that again just to get his health down. And let's build up defense in our mana. And you see that the one on the far left has a mana potion and a shield, so that contributes to the mana and potion on to the right of it, so I got 2 of each, essentially. Nothing going on here. Try to get some gold. Deal some damage. So I'm doing okay on health. I'm not going to want to use my force field yet, but you don't want to use it when it's too late either. This is a good chance to use force fields. So you'll notice when I hit it, those turn into mana potions and shields. I'll grab them. Wow, that was a good one right there. So now I got a good amount of mana, good amount of shield. I'm just going to start dealing damage now. And we're done. So now, as you level up, you can see that, or as I level up, you can see that the element of strategy is starting to come into play. You can't really just rush through attacking these guys. You can to an extent, as long as you're paying attention to both sides of the coin here. I'm going to go ahead and time warp back to that. There we go. So, mana's doing alright. Hopefully we'll get a surge. I'm going to do a little preventative action here, just to boost up my defense and mana. Do it again. Alright. Just trying to build up a good buffer around taking damage. And I've pretty much got this one in the bag. There we go. Masterwork. Cloth hood. Okay. Go take down this guy. I haven't got to use my mana vortex yet. I guess you have to have your mana up to a certain level to do that. Let's see. Okay, got 60% mana. Still don't have the option to do it. Not sure how that works really. Cash that in. Got a surge that time. Spin, time warp. Do that one again. No surge that time. Okay. That's a prime example of rushing and seeing that I almost died there. My health was down to 3. If I were to give a review on this game, I would say that you should be alerted a little bit more when your health starts to get dropped, or if you take a heavy amount of damage, maybe a sound effect should play. You should see something that would trigger that. That way, if you're on a roll, you don't realize that your health is just dwindling and you're about to lose the entire game. Of course, that would have been my fault for not paying attention, but I think from a fun perspective, and you know, to have that level of immersion, it's good to see when you take a significant amount of damage, just like in pretty much any role-playing game. When you take a significant amount of damage, you hear it, or you'll see the screen shake or turn red, like in the older Dragon Warrior games, and that was a good way of saying, hey, you're about to die. Time to start paying attention, or time to start plotting out how you're gonna survive. Okay, I'll go through a couple more battles here, but I think at this point anybody playing, or anybody watching this video has a good idea. Let's go ahead and kill this last Orc Raider. Again, if you do lose, the game just reverts back to the home screen. Ooh, there we go. I'm actually going to time warp on that. So I cash in on the gold. Now I've got a ton of defense. And I'm not going to use that. Alright, so at this point, I can go ahead and be a little bit careless. Because I've got full mana. Oh, I can do my mana vortex now. Let's see what that does. Mana flows in your mind. All unwanted symbols were replaced. Not completely sure what that did. I've only got maybe an hour put into this game, so there's still a little bit of mystery for me to uncover. I just wanted to make a little video here to show you what you're going to be getting out of the package. You can see how fast that orc brought down my shield, but I've almost got him killed. I'm going to go ahead and force field so I can bring that back up just for a little bit of insurance. I'll get greedy too. Alright, I've almost got him dead here. There we go. It's done. I can go turn in that quest now. I have to go around this guy because he's not going to let me. Oops. There we go. That's that. I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video at this point. Actually, before I do that, I'll try and browse around a little more. You can see how the terrain begins to change. I actually haven't made it that far yet. I'm usually dead by now. This actually is a pretty good run that I've got going on. But yeah, give the game a try. I believe it's $1.99. Maybe it's 99 cents, $2.99. I'm not sure. But despite its graphical, it looks kind of primitive graphically, but it looks good enough to me. You just got to have a little bit of imagination when playing games like this. At least it's isometric and not top down, and it is randomly generating. Oh, that's one thing I forgot to cover, is the dungeons. Let's go ahead and check one out real quick. Wipe this guy out. So here's a dungeon, and these are usually, I think if you, oh, see, Clan Broken Hammer it says. Not sure how that plays into anything yet, but this dungeon is for Clan Broken Hammer. They don't go incredibly deep as far as I know. Maybe they do later on in the game. Again, I haven't really even gotten past level 3. But you can find some pretty cool stuff inside the dungeon as far as loot. Let's go ahead and, I know I keep saying I'm gonna wrap up this video, but zip through this real quick. Alright, so if we go through the dungeon, the one that I've gone through didn't go incredibly deep. Let's see, what's this? Oh yeah, these are an enemy. I thought this was a pickup the first time I saw these. And these are all level 2, so I'm not even getting, I'm level 3, so I'm not getting any experience at all from these. Ooh, I'm gonna time warp on that gold. I was hoping for big money. Go. So let's see, how deep can this even go? Yep, here's the end. So you can play through, grab a little bit of coinage. That would have been a lot of fun to go through if I was getting experience from it, but I'm not. So it'd be in my better interest to find a level 3 cave or dungeon. So yeah, I wanted to go ahead and show that real quick. And yeah, it does look like the terrain changes, because if you look up here, you can see it starts to turn to ice. And let's go take a peek before I tell you I'm going to wrap this video up again for the 30th time. as badly as I want to show the death sequence, which there isn't really too much to it, this is actually my best playthrough that I have yet, so I'm not going to do that this time. Okay, here we go. So now we can see, oh, look at that up there, some dragons, and that cool looking chest, and that huge pile of silver or gold. Oh, looks like there's a dungeon that could lead you into it. So you can see how addictive this game is. I don't even want to stop doing my video here. Yes, he will. An abandoned mine. Let's go in there. Ooh, this is yeah, this is no man's land for me. Oh man, I want to go for it so bad, but like I said, this is my best run so far. If you want to go for it, you can go for it on your own. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Game's a lot of fun, so give it a shot, and thanks for watching.